Hey there, it's Ben with Apologetics on Mission. I am here in the AoM studio, finishing up the highlights video of the mission trip that Doug and I just returned from. Well, first off, thank you so much for being a huge part of AoM's latest adventure, for your prayers, for your encouragement, and for your financial support. It went great, and we really couldn't have asked for a better outcome of this trip. And I hope that this video highlights just gives you a little bit of a taste of what together we've been able to do. Just in summary, we started with a return trip to Brazil, and then we had a brief but really important stop in Charlotte, North Carolina. Then we were off to Kenya, Uganda, and Rwanda. And this mission trip was our longest so far, almost a month, and we are happy to be home. So enjoy these images and videos that capture just a little of the highlights of AoM's Brazil and East Africa 2023 mission. Enjoy, and thanks so much. Okay, I'm here in Bogota, Colombia, waiting for my flight to Belo Horizonte, Brazil. Okay, I just got here and now we're eating dinner and we are happy. Okay, we are here at the church getting all set up for our very first class in our course, and Doug is there in the dark getting his computer set up. Looks like we're going to have about 25 students, and thankfully we have coffee over there. And so first time doing this, and hope it goes really well.
O link está disponível para todos. Você não viu? Veja. Então nós teremos hoje à noite.
Why did it not drag? Por que ele não tirou o pé e saiu?
So much of what happens on these trips is relationship building. Just getting to know our brothers and sisters here in Brazil has been so wonderful. And teams from Oitava Church and Central Church were so gracious. The leadership just treated us so well. And our translation team was just awesome. So we're so grateful for the relationships. Central Church gave us the great honor of asking us to preach at both their Sunday morning services, which Doug did, and then their evening services, which I did.
Se você tem amigo que precisa, pode fazer, porque nós estamos...
As you might imagine, we tailored our preaching to an apologetics theme. So Doug got to speak on Paul's adventures on Mars Hill in Athens, and I spoke on how we love the Lord with all of our mind. So it's a great time getting to know more people, just getting to appreciate the love, the commitment of the Brazilian church, the people here. And so it was a great way to wrap up our time in Brazil. Hey there, I am in line to get on my flight back to, not home, but Charlotte. After spending the last 5 days here in Brazil, in Belo Horizonte, Doug and I packed our entire 16-week course into 4 intensive days, and we had about 30 students, and it went great. And we also got the privilege and honor of preaching at the 2 services of Central Church. And now we're off to Charlotte to visit a potential new partner, and from there we head off to Africa for 3 weeks to visit with our partners in Kenya, Uganda, and Rwanda. So busy time, lots of traveling. Thank you so much for your prayers and for your support. All right, God bless.
Here we are, Ben and I got my Sao Paulo soccer club hat on. I don't even know what club it is, but I like the hat. But this is Ben and I in the Belo Horizonte airport. We're done after 4 days of teaching and preaching frankly, we're exhausted. But that's him online. He's going out on one airline, and I'm going out on the other. And we're going to meet in Charlotte, North Carolina, because we're going to meet with the president of the Southern Evangelical Seminary and have discussions concerning our next trip to Africa. So it's been an amazing experience. The Brazilian people, as I said yesterday in my sermon, are just loving, joyful, hospitable people. And of course, all the ones that we dealt with were Christians, so it's just amazing. So we're looking forward to coming home, but we're also looking forward to our next trip coming right up behind us.
Straight from Brazil, we went to Charlotte, North Carolina, where we had the privilege of meeting with the president and staff of Southern Evangelical Seminary. And SES is a key strategic partner for AoM in the sense that they are one of the leading academic institutes that offers a degree program for apologetics at the master's level. And so our objective was to outline a vision for a partnership wherein we would work with our students to send some of them to SES for advanced degree programs where they could graduate with a master's degree in apologetics, but also work with SES to help local institutes, universities, and seminaries in Africa and other regions where we touch to develop their own local programs in apologetics, so those people in those regions don't necessarily have to turn to the West for advanced degrees. It was a great meeting. We outlined our vision, and I think there was a lot of synergy there, and so we're looking forward to next steps, both in sending some of our students to SES for advanced degrees, but also engaging with SES to help develop programs in Africa and beyond. I couldn't help but take a quick shot of this disturbing news scene that we encountered at the Charlotte airport. What a contrast between our experience in Brazil and our anticipated trip in East Africa for what's going on even here in Boston. Just reinforces the importance of teaching people not only what to believe, but why it's true, and combating these kind of false and dangerous ideologies. Even before we hit the air, we were getting images from our team in Ishaka, Uganda, and so thrilled to see their great graphics for the Apologetics Conference and events that we are anticipating doing in Western Uganda. Here, and we are alive, and it only took, what, 3 hours from the time we touched down to be here? So,
And 18 hours of flying on 3 flights.
yeah, so, but we feel great, right? We're all ready to go tomorrow, yay! All right, bye. All right, here I am. Doug and I are in the heart of Nairobi, heading to the correct campus that we're supposed to be at. We arrived late last night. My goodness, it took us...
More like this morning.
Yeah. It took us like, what, 3 hours between when we landed and...
3 hours to get off the plane, get online for immigration, customs, and then get online for baggage check.
Our first event in Nairobi was to partner with the Apologetics Conference put on by Apologetics Kenya. It was at the site of St. Paul's University, which is a strategic partner for AoM. It's a great conference, 2 days, multiple speakers with multiple partners, and it's great to see apologetics alive and well, both through the efforts of Apologetics Kenya, but also with the support of St. Paul University.
Apologetics, there's probably a lot that he did, and it's certainly, I think I could cover it in 4 hours if you're willing to stay, but we won't do that. So what I want to do is maybe revisit in the first bullet up there some of the things that you have talked about for the last couple of days.
Lunch here at the cool Joshua and Timothy School of Theology. What a great combination. The Ben and Doug School of Apologetics and the Joshua and Timothy School of Theology. All right, here we are in Dr. Kevin's office. All right, woo. we had a great meeting with the Dean, Dr. Julius, and with Kevin, planting the vision for apologetics degree programs through SPU, and we were delighted to learn that they're already well on the way to developing the first step for that. So we're excited about the next steps with SPU.
We're finished.
We are finished with one thing. The first thing, now we just need a couple of days.
Well, we got to meet with Ashley.
Yep, to meet with Ashley, yay.
And then teach our class.
Teacher class, so it'll be pretty straightforward. And it was a great conference, really, and we're really excited. It couldn't have gone better.
That's right.
I think it couldn't have gone better. So we come home excited and feeling really positive about Apologetics Kenya and St. Paul's. And so
And it's actually more than the conference. We had a great meeting with the dean and the professor he's assigned to help develop the apologetics degree granting program, which is exactly what we hoped.
prior to our trip to East Africa, we got a great email from a young lady named Ashley who reached out to AoM and expressed interest in what we were doing, and she happens to have just graduated from HCU, Houston Christian University, with her degree in apologetics. And she and her husband Taylor live in Kenya, right outside of Nairobi, and she teaches at the Rift Valley Academy. And so we were excited to be able to meet with her and her husband and talk about the opportunities with AoM. We are here with Maureen, our good friend here at the Biblica.
She does
Conferencing
everything.
center.
She
Yes.
works in the dining hall.
She took very good care of
repaired
us.
my plumbing, and she takes the main office.
Yeah, so thank you very much. We really love you.
Thank you too,
Yeah.
and welcome back again.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hope
All
to
right.
see you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye. Landed here in Entebbe. Gonna go find Dale. All right, we are here with Dale. We have landed in Entebbe. We had to wait forever in the line, and there's the Dale mobile. Our first stop in Kampala, Uganda was at Africa Bible University, where friends of Doug from his home church in Colorado Springs, the Shimkees, are on staff there. So we had a great meeting with their leadership, and they have a excellent vision for adding apologetics to their bachelor degree programs. Later that day, we visited Africa Renewal University, another key partner. We got to visit Jackson and saw some great titles in their library. Africa Renewal University, we're at the balcony where they have a big conferencing area here. In 2018, I taught a course, and there's Jackson. We're so happy to see Jackson. Hello, Jackson. And our friend Shafiq, he's giving us a tour before we go into our meeting. Later that afternoon, we had a meeting with the staff of Africa Renewal University, and Professor Alex, the Dean of the Theology Department, had a unique request. He asked us to train their faculty in apologetics so that they would be more effective in infusing a biblical worldview throughout all of their course offerings, not just their theology department. Okay, in my hotel room at Sir Jose in Kampala, and near Gaba. It looks like it's going to be very comfortable and really nice view out there. There's a nice breeze, and we had a great meeting with both ABU, Africa Bible University, and Africa Renewal University. So excited for that. And oh, there goes Dale. See if you can see the Dale mobile down there. Way down there. Gordon is a friend who was introduced to us by Come and See Africa. He was in Rwanda with me last spring, and he's heading up both medical missions as well as apologetics missions in partnership with the team from Apologetics Uganda. So it was great to be able to connect with him. All right, here I am with my good friend and brother, Gordon, and we just had a wonderful conversation.
Great.
This is a great, loyal servant to God, and I'm amazed with all the projects he's taken on. He tells me he's going to be with us in Ishaka
Sure.
for the conference, so
I'll be
look
there.
forward to that.
I'll
So-
be there.
All right, God
I'll
bless
be
you,
there.
Gordon.
Amen, amen.
All right,
Thank
amen.
you so much.
We had a surprise treat, an impromptu meeting with Mara and Manley Clausen and their son Norman. And I met them in 2019 in Uganda, and they've been working on an amazing project called the Emmanuel Discipleship Academy. They've just finished their home in outside of Kampala, and this will be their base of operations, and they plan to continue building guest homes and facilities for the academy for a gap year type of program for Ugandan students. And of course, we would love to see Apologetics be part of the program for their gap year students. So we'll see what the future holds.
Came back last time, he's been filling it in.
It's just beautiful. Wow. All right, so we've done the big trek. Now we're coming back in. We're admiring the beautiful landscaping here. Coming into, oh, and look who's here. Say hi to the camera, Mara. Hi. We just got a grand tour.
Yay.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, isn't it beautiful here?
Our final event in Kampala was dinner with a bunch of leaders that we have grown to know in Uganda in apologetics, and we had the privilege of presenting the Certificate of Accomplishment to graduates of our ITEA program. These graduates are from ACFAR, the Africa Center for Apologetics Research, and we were really honored to have them as students with us during this term. Our next adventure was to head out to Western Uganda, to Ishaka, to our partners there, to do an apologetics conference, to do a graduation ceremony, and to launch Apologetics Uganda. Just show you this. So we are driving Western Uganda here. I've got my cell phone that I'm recording this on, and I'm Wi-Fiing hotspot to my laptop here. And so here, oops, check it out. I don't know if you can see that, but look at that. I've got pretty darn good Wi-Fi connection here on the middle of nowhere. Doug's back there in the remote AoM office, typing away on our newsletter.
Talking to a brand new professor who asked about us from Oklahoma University, as well as talking to Biola University.
Yeah, amazing. And then, of course, Deo is paying attention to the road. And I could probably watch YouTube if I wanted to. So things have really changed since I first came here in 2017. This connectivity just is opening up so many doors. Okay, we are here somewhere. Don't know where it is. Notice the bucket of water over there that we're using to fill Deo's van here. All right, travel in Africa always involves stopping and fixing something.
Usually tires.
Yeah, so not sure if it's a wheel bearing or tire, or we had to stop because we were overheating too. Hi, monkey. Can I throw him a banana? Close now, Doug. Don't get too close. After 11 hours on the road, we were so happy to be in Ishaka and back at the Cielo Inn with yummy dinner. And then looking forward to an amazingly busy 4 days in front of us here in Ishaka. Check out that schedule. Thankfully, Doug found his happy place.
All right, so today's lesson is maybe a little bit different than we've done in the past. Usually I just lecture for an hour, or Ben lectures for an hour, and I'm certainly prepared to do that. But one of the things that Ben and I would like to take away from this course is some feedback from
from you all.
We had several sessions of the conference, both at Ishaka Community Church and at the conferencing center at CLON. Next, we had one of the most rewarding events of our trip. That was to launch Apologetics Uganda. We were blessed to be able to deliver supplies and equipment and books and really commission these young leaders into forming their own apologetics ministry that can serve Uganda and all of Africa. How exciting is that?
These things are rising in them. Whenever I say questions and answers.
Ben inspired me so much about apologetics, and I remember when he talked about what he does.
Documenting, trying to get the photo ready, because that always takes forever. Just arrived at the, this is the engineering college, and so we'll be talking to a bunch of engineers, but Doug and I are both really looking forward to this because being of engineering mindset, we feel like we'll have a special connection to our brothers and sisters here. So.
This is really a wonderful opportunity for me. I thank you for inviting me and being here. And, what I want to share with you is a little bit about my story, because I have an engineering background.
Next up was graduation, and we had cloaks and gowns. We look so professorial. Yeah, here, join us, Doug. So here's the professors, and here's our dean. Our dean. Yeah, the dean of ICC. Here they are, the graduates of ITEA. So far we've graduated about 60 total students from both Brazil and Africa.
At the count of 3, 2, 1.
Later that evening, we got to see Sam and Prossi's new home and indulge in Prossi's delicious cooking. We said our goodbyes to the Shaka team and headed off to Rwanda, our next stop. We arrived in the evening at African New Life's beautiful guest house in Kigali, Rwanda, and were greeted with a beautiful sunrise the next morning. We had another great meeting with the faculty of Africa College of Theology, and then it was time to say goodbye to Deo. Route to Hue, to the lighthouse, with Frank and Doug, and we are enjoying, look at the size of that coffee. This is what you expect thinking about coffee in Africa. You think, wow, shouldn't the coffee in Africa be good? And in fact, it is. And this is good coffee. All right, here we are at the lighthouse getting ready for our apologetics seminar. And it's another packed couple days. Look at that schedule. We just never get a break, do we? Here's one of our less attentive students hanging out on the deck.
And he is angry at the church.
umuhungu wanjye kuko yari azi ukuri yari azi n'ibibazo byinshi yambaza ndetse yanabibwira kubona ku rusengero rw'akariga.
We had our final graduation ceremony for our students in Rwanda. And again, we were blessed. They all had caps and gowns for us. So another 6 students, and hats off to them. Congratulations, graduates. AoM wants to give a special thanks to Frank and Chris Foreman of Come and See Africa for helping make this trip possible. And thanks so much to Frank at the Lighthouse for all of his support. We filled every minute of this trip, and this is us right before we get on our plane having a follow-up meeting with the principal, Professor Chiroma from Africa College of Theology. We were able to have dinner with him and wrap up our discussions there before we got on our plane. And look, Doug got his final milkshake. Yay! All right, I am getting on my 16-hour flight to Los Angeles. I am back at the Portland airport after about a month on the road. So happy to be back. Hey there, thank you so much for hanging out to the very end. I really didn't intend for this highlights video to get so long, but as you can see, we really packed a lot of stuff in the last 30 days. But we are super excited about what's next. As you can see, there were a lot of open doors, and we were able to step through those. Thank you for your prayers, for your encouragement, and your financial support that makes all this happen. Thank you so much for being part of the AoM team. And so we're excited with what happened, but we're even more excited about what's coming down the line for next steps. So keep following us. We're gonna try and make our social media even better and continue to give you updates through these video highlights and through our newsletter. So check us out on our website for what's coming up next. And again, can't thank you enough for being a part of making this all happen. All right, God bless.